Hi everyone, Pattaya Owl here, Swadikap, Sabadi Mai, hope you're well. Well, only days to go until the owl makes his return to the best place in the world, and that is Pattaya. I can't believe how quick it's come around. And I've already got some owls out there messaging me saying they've arrived safely and they're looking forward to that first meetup night on Friday the 3rd. But anyway, this vlog is a bit of a catch up. There's a couple of updates, a bit more detail, but first, let's just roll the intro. Well, before we get into the detail on this upcoming trip at the start of October 2025, of course, I'm going to Pattaya in January 2026. And as a lot of you guys will know, I'm flying with Norse Atlantic Airlines, and I've never flown with them before. It's probably the cheapest direct flight I've ever paid for at £545, flying from London Gatwick in January, and I've not done that before either. But I did receive an email the other day about the flight, and there's been a change. Not enough of a change for me to actually make a separate vlog for it. It wasn't that dramatic. It was changing it from a 4 p.m. takeoff to a 10 past 4 takeoff. They've changed it by 10 minutes. However, they did send me a nice professional email showing me what it was before, what it is now. Apologies for any inconvenience. There isn't any. And that was it. So far, I've been really impressed with both the price of Norse Atlantic Airways and their email communication of a change. Now, of course, if it changed the day or anything significant, then I would have had to jump on and tell you guys about it because that would be really annoying. But 10 minutes, it's not worth a vlog. So anyway, that's the only update on the January trip. But of course, it's all about the up and coming October trip, which is, as I said at the beginning, days away, less than a week. Now, finances are a lot tighter than they've ever been before, and partly because I've spent over 20 odd £1,000 on visiting Pattaya over the last couple of years, messing around with M4 cars. A few decisions, some good, some poor, whatever. I mean, my experiences in Pattaya have been worth every penny. But as I've said before, and I've made vlogs on this, financially, things are tighter. I need to be savvy when it comes to booking flights, booking affordable accommodation, making the most of every single baht when I'm out there without it feeling like I'm on an incredibly tight budget, because I'm not. I'm going to be a 2-week millionaire, but equally, I do need to be careful with money, the bigger picture. So what I've done is I've actually sold something of mine to free up a little bit of cash to inject into this upcoming trip to Pattaya. And if you can remember, early on in the year, I picked up an auction vehicle from, I think it was Bristol, wasn't it? I did a vlog on it, an auction bargain. Well, that was the second car. I had the Audi A5 and then the black TT, which you guys have seen. And I've always had the Audi A5 in the background. So I've let the TT go. I've sold it to bring in some money to support this trip to Pattaya. It had to be done. I want to be able to go out to there, easy for me to say, go out to Pattaya and not feel super tight financially, enjoy myself, be a 2-week millionaire and have as much fun as possible and max out on the entertainment. Now, like the title of the vlog says, this is a catch-up. There are days to go rather than weeks for the next trip to Pattaya, and I'm going to try and throw in as many nuggets as I can along the way. So let's just do a quick update on the YouTube earnings. What is the owl earn? What was the most recent payment that I've received from YouTube? And you may have noticed that I've done this from the start of the channel, even when I was out in Pattaya in March, April and May this year. Well, just to give you some very quick data, within the last 28 days, there's been 58,000 views. That's 4.9 thousand watch hours, around 101 new subscribers. And I've received a payment today, actually, of £284.29. Now, my prediction is very much similar for the next payment, but I imagine going to Pattaya and doing vlogs potentially might increase that number. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel by watching, liking, commenting, buy me a coffee, super chat, however you support. all of it really does mean the world. And even though, of course, it's pocket money, we are talking maybe £1, £2 an hour if you include all the hours editing. I love it and I enjoy it, and I'm very grateful for every single penny. So at the time of filming, it is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, days before. Next week is when I fly. I'm flying direct with Thai Airways from London Heathrow. I can't quite remember how long the flight is. Definitely more than 10 hours, probably less than 13, so somewhere in the middle, around about 12 hours, something like that. It's been a couple of years since I've flown direct with Thai Airways. And of course, the night before, I'm staying at the Best Western hotel. And I know a couple of subscribers have said they're around that area that night and they want to grab a beer in the hotel bar. Well, you know what? I can certainly do that the night before. It's not a meet-up night because, of course, the meet-up night is going to be on the 3rd of October at the Cave, 7 p.m. But if I'm in the hotel bar at the Best Western, then absolutely. I'll be having a cheeky nightcap. So that's all coming up. And of course, the car's at Purple Parking, as I've just said. Best Western, fly from Heathrow. I just cannot wait. I got the time of the meetup night wrong. It's 8 p.m. at the Cave on the 3rd. And the next live show will be this Sunday, this coming Sunday. It is the next one, and we can talk all about the trip. If you've got any questions, any recommendations, we can just have a whole good natter about Pattaya. And yeah, that'll be this. I think it's 5 p.m. UK time this Sunday. Right, I'm just cooking a chicken dinner, so I'm just going to make sure that's good. I'll be back in a millisecond for you guys. It might be a little bit longer for me, but the benefits of an edit. I'm going to get that, make sure the chicken's cooking well with the Yorkshire puddings, carrot mash, and broccoli. I'm hungry. I'm really hungry today. And then after that, I'm just going to share with you some of the things I'm really looking forward to doing within the first few hours of arriving in Pattaya. It's not a bad effort, this chicken dinner. Take a look. There is a Yorkshire pudding to go on that, but that just needs a couple more minutes in the oven, trying to get that timing perfect. Not quite tonight, but I'm going to tuck into this. But before we do, I'm just going to tell you a few things that I'm looking forward to doing. Number one for day one is going to be breakfast at the Beer Garden, just on Beach Road. What a great place to start any adventure trip, but the Beer Garden. Amazing food all day round. You know, if it's a chicken Penang, a chicken pad thai, but for this example, it's going to be brekkie looking at the Pattaya sign on day one. Number two is actually checking in at the Vogue and seeing the room where I'm going to be. Because, of course, I've decided to stay in the same hotel for 2 weeks, and that is the Vogue just off Soilenki. So I hope I'm happy with the room and everything the hotel has got to offer. Of course, I've not stayed there before, so it's new territory for the owl. But I know a lot of you guys have stayed at the Vogue, and you've let me know in the comments on previous vlogs that it's decent. And for 20 quid a night or whatever it's costing, it's great value. And these are in no particular order at all. I'm just winging it while having a chicken dinner on a Wednesday evening. Meeting up with friends, you know, if it be subscribers, viewers of the channel, other YouTubers. You guys know who you are. I've been in contact with a lot of you in some way already, either via line, WhatsApp, comments on YouTube, whatever. So I'm looking forward to catching up with everyone I want to catch up with. Number 4, it's actually the Avenue just off Second Road. Going to Eat Street and having a chicken pad thai for 60-70 baht from the same stall where I pretty much went every day for 2 months when I was out there earlier this year. Can't wait to have it. Amazing food at great price. And then I believe there's a cinema at the Avenue upstairs. I've never been and watched a film in Thailand in the last 2 years. And that's something I really want to do. Of course, I'd rather do it with a lady friend next to me. But you know what? The owl doesn't mind going to the cinema on his own either. So yeah, going to the cinema, having a chicken pad thai, and you know what? Calling in the Robin Hood, seeing Max and the team to have a cigar. And the good thing is, all of them really great things are next to each other. Then, of course, I can walk down Second Road, turn a right, go up Soy Diana if I want, or I can carry on down to, say, Soy 7. So, spoilt for choice. And the Yorkshire pudding has arrived. Better late than never. And this is the jumbo one from Aldi. So, it's a great addition to this chicken dinner. I think I'm up to number 5. I've lost track. Number 5 is daytime drinking, checking out some of the gents clubs, including Cat Flaps in Pratumnak. Really looking forward to it. Checking out the Rum Runner on Cyber Cow, Phil's Bar. I've not been there either. That was opening as I left last time in May. So lots to see through the day. Lots to see of an evening. The Windmill in the evening. I can't wait to go to that place as well. So many places on the list. 2 weeks to do it all. And I'm going to try and make the most of every day. And I don't want to go around like a crazy owl doing all this stuff. It needs to feel relaxing. It needs to feel like a holiday. But I have, in my head, got a list of people I want to see, food I want to eat, and places I want to enjoy. What about finding Mrs. Owl? Well, I can guarantee that on a 2-week holiday, I ain't going to find Mrs. Owl, the future Mrs. Owl, the future girlfriend, the future wife. It isn't going to happen. It didn't happen in 2 months. It's not happened in 2 years. It's not going to happen on a 2-week trip to Pattaya. It might be different if it was a 2-week trip to Bangkok, who knows, but it's not. So I'm not going there looking for Mrs. Owl. I'm going there looking for fun and enjoying the entertainment. I touched on already, that does include daytime entertainment, evening entertainment, bar crawls, gents clubs, the lot. I cannot wait. Looking forward to renting a motorbike or scooter for the 2 weeks. That'll probably be from Pattaya Rent-A-Car in Pratumnak. I like the way they do business. And in an ideal world, I wouldn't mind an actual bigger bike, but I don't think they do that. I think it'll probably be a PCX or something along them lines. Yeah, around about, from memory, I think it's about 25 quid or 30 quid a week, so maybe 60 quid as a rough guesstimate. I could go on, but I don't want to send you all asleep. There's so many things I want to do. And I'll do it. And I'll do my best to meet as many people as I can. But that's why the meetup nights are really good. And of course, there'll be 2 meetup nights on this trip. It'll be the 3rd and it'll be the 10th of October. The biggie, of course, is going to be the first one on the 3rd, and that's where we're going to have a bit of food on as well, and it'd be great if you can come along at 8 p.m. And I might do a little bit of a live show, who knows, before that, a couple of hours before the actual meetup itself. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've received lots of emails, easy for me to say, in the build up to the next trip for me to come along on your live show or podcast that you're doing. And I'm open to having a conversation with pretty much anyone. I can't guarantee I'm definitely going to come on your vlog or I'm definitely going to go on your podcast, but ping us an email to pattayaowl@gmail.com. And I think if I think it'll be a good match for the channel, then I'll come along and I'll jump on. I'll grab a beer, say hello on your live show, or join the podcast. I don't think I've actually done a podcast yet. I know the channel's only 10 months old, but I'm up for that. Now, it's important to point out, I've always said, change your money when you're in Pattaya. TT Currency Exchange, or if you've got a Bangkok bank account, use Wise to get money to that cheapest way. That is the way. And at the minute, my bank account is not frozen, it's not closed. We all know it's going to happen at some point, but it hasn't at the minute. So I'm going to be using that account. But I did want to have just a few notes here, just to put in the wallet. So I've gone against my advice on this occasion and just got 15,000 baht from Tesco, just under 42 to the pound. So not miles away from what I would have got anyway. If it's probably cost me about £15 to get some, and just so I've got it in the wallet in case I have any issues with the Bangkok bank when I arrive. It's there, it's done, the money's there. And I've always used Tesco before, and with the club card points, you get a better rate than if you went to the post office or something like that. So I just thought I'd share that with you because I am a massive advocate of actually getting your money over there. But if I go against my own advice, it's only fair that I share that. So there we go, 15,000 baht, about 360 quid. That should do for the first day. Well, I like to think I've covered off quite a few areas there, a few little updates about the car going, to fund for the trip, the change in the January flight, all the stuff I'm looking forward to doing. The countdown really has begun, and I can't wait to go on this trip to Pattaya. And who knows how far we can take it in terms of views and engagement and the actual channel itself. I'm very excited, but I'm there on holiday, so let's just see. This is where the channel started. If you can remember, back in January this year, I was there on holiday, and it kind of took off a little bit. So we'll see what happens on this trip, and I can't wait. So in terms of what you can expect after today then, so the next communication after this vlog from me will likely be the live show this coming Sunday, 5 p.m. UK time. After that live show, the next communication you will get highly likely will be the actual travel day vlog, which you've got to bear in mind. I have got to film and edit, and I might do some of that at 41,000 feet in the air. So bear with me, but when it lands, when that travel day vlog lands, you know the owl is in Pattaya. So if you've enjoyed this little update vlog, give us a thumbs up, share, comment. If you've not already, please subscribe. Your support means the world. And it's finally come round. Days to go. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.